Hey guys, today I kind of just wanted to talk about some of my favorite albums of all time because I've been watching a lot of Hive Mind, some Anthony Fantano. Shout out to them. I've been watching a lot of them, and I kind of wanted to put my input on some of my 10 out of 10 records. So here it is. All right, my first 10 out of 10 record is going to be Blonde by Frank Ocean. The reason I picked Blonde by Frank Ocean is the emotions that he is able to depict with just a simple song like White Ferrari or Nikes. And he can really just explain how it is like to be in a relationship and how it was like for him to be in a relationship with someone. The music making is incredible. The different interludes with stories such as Facebook Story are incredible, and they really can help with the album's structure and how it is shaped. Another thing I love about Blonde by Frank Ocean is the different transitions between each song. I think anyone can really appreciate how smooth a song can transition into another song, and I think Blonde by Frank Ocean does that perfectly. All right, my next 10 out of 10 album is going to be To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar is obviously one of the greatest albums of all time. Kendrick Lamar is amazing at being able to rap over any flow, any beat, and any instrument that his producers or himself throw at him. The collaborations on this album and the different interludes and the storytelling of this album is so great. I can appreciate an album that has a jazz aspect because jazz is one of my favorite genres of music. And I think when it is transitioned into rap, it can sound amazing. All right, my next 10 out of 10 record is going to be Saunderson by Brent Faiyaz. This is a 10 out of 10 record to me because Brent Faiyaz is really good at depicting what it is like to have a mom who doesn't really trust his decisions, such as him talking about how he's going to move to LA to pursue his music career, but his mom doesn't really agree with it and would rather him focus on grades and go to college. Brent Faiyaz talks about how he was scared to go home because of the reaction from his mom about failing all these classes and skipping class and not being able to keep up with his work while he's pursuing this music career that is so successful at this point. This album has great interludes, such as Saunderson, one of my favorite new songs that I have discovered, and has amazing skits, such as Home, the title track. My next 10 out of 10 album is going to be The Money Store by Death Grips. Death Grips are one of the only groups that I listened to that really changed my view on music, but we're going to talk about two other people later on that changed my view on music. Um, but Death Grips really changed my thought about some aggressive music such as death metal or even punk rock. And it's really difficult to combine that with rap and hip hop. And I think that they did that very well. And I think that they depicted the aggressiveness and the storytelling very well. All right, my next 10 out of 10 album is going to be Vespertine by Bjork. Like I was saying before, there were two other people besides Death Grips who have changed my thought on music, and Bjork is the other person. Bjork really just changed my thought on shoegaze. I had never listened to shoegaze, and then I listened to Heaven or Las Vegas by the Cocteau Twins, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is pretty good." And then got recommended Bjork. Started listening to her, and then fell into Vespertine. And there's no other album like this. You can really tell that Bjork is talented and can understand the music itself. And she's very good vocalist, one of the best vocalists of all time. And the backing tracks with the weird instrumentals with like banging or like clocks, um, but she can still sing over it and have a natural flow. It's what I love about Bjork. and Vespertine. My next 10 out of 10 album is going to be The Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. The Dark Side of the Moon is one of the greatest albums of all time, and Pink Floyd are so incredible at making such strange songs that can really depict a scene, such as someone running or someone not having enough time. Um, and on songs like Time, you can really, it, it's really eye opening, and it can really tell you that you don't really have that much time in life, so you should make it the most that you can. I think Pink Floyd are another band that really changed my view on music. And if it wasn't for Pink Floyd, I probably would not be listening to things by like In Utero by Nirvana, or Nevermind by Nirvana, or other rock or punk rock uh, albums. I think psychedelic rock is one of the most incredible types of music that have ever come out, in my opinion, because of the sh- the sheer strange the sheer strangeness. That's probably not a word, but just the sheer strangeness the of the different songs that can come out of this. All right, my next 10 out of 10 album is going to be Mad Villainy by Mad Villain. Mad Villainy by Mad Villain is so good. And the fact that some people don't think that is one of the best rap albums of all time, I don't understand. But as you can see, I think it is. It's probably top 5 for me. And I think that MF Doom is so incredible. He has so much versatility, and the production on this album is so amazing. And the backing tracks, and the beats, and the instrumentals, and just everything in the storytelling is so good. And you can't really get the all of these things in many different albums nowadays. And MF Doom really does that very well. All right, my next album is going to be The Bends by Radiohead. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, Computer is better, but in my opinion, it's not. I think that The Bends is better because I'm not a fan of electric drums, and I think the vocals sound a lot more raw on The Bends, and it sounds a lot smoother, a lot more well produced, and the OK Computer sounds a little bit more harsh, and it doesn't sound as smooth and well produced, in my opinion. All right, and my final 10 out of 10 record is going to be The College Dropout by Kanye West. Obviously, Kanye West is in some controversy, and I just want to preface that I don't agree with anything that he says. Um, and I'm just talking about the music, not him as a person. Kanye West, The College Dropout, has so much influence on new age rap that you can't even think of an album that came out recently that wasn't influenced, or the artist wasn't influenced by Kanye, or even by later albums that he released. Kanye has some great skits on this album that can really help with the story. Kanye West also has some songs that are kind of funny at some points, but are also kind of good, such as We Don't Care, which is one of my favorite songs off of that album. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. That was my 10 out of 10 records. There's going to be a bunch of links in the description. Obviously, you don't have to click on them, but they're just links to my other social medias. If you want to go follow me, got my Twitter, TikTok, and probably some other stuff down there. So, yeah, thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.